The topic for this video is creating a script. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at how we go about creating the script and how we make the script executable. Okay, and initially some basic commands to put inside the script. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to create a folder in which to put all of our scripts. So the command for creating a folder is mkdir space, and we are going to call the folder scripts. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to move inside the folder. So to move inside the folder, we use cd space scripts, and that will move us inside the folder. To see where we are, or just to prove where we are, we can use pwd. Okay, so now we have our folder set up. What we can do is we can think about actually creating our script. So a Linux script is a file that has a whole series of commands inside of it, and the commands inside of it can do lots of different things. They can write out messages to the screen, they can read in information, they can make decisions as to what to do next. What we'll do initially is we'll just look at writing information out to the screen. Okay, so to get started, what we need to do is we need to use a text editor. So the text editor I'm going to use is nano. So at the command prompt, if I type nano space, okay, if I hit enter, what it will do is it will open up a new screen for me. So the new screen is where I can type in the commands. I can then save what I've got, give it a name. Then I can use Chmod to make it executable, and then I can run the script. Okay, so the command that we're going to use is a command called echo. So what echo does is it echoes out to the screen. Okay, so in nano, if we type our initial text, okay, okay, so what I'm doing just now is I'm telling the Linux that I want to use a particular type of shell to run the script. So I'm going to use a bash shell. So far you guys have been using a Bourne shell, which is the sh shell, but for the scripts, because I'm using a bash shell, I'm just going to make sure that your output is the same as mine. Okay, the hash symbol there is a comment, so I'm just going to say my first script. It is good programming practice to put in comments. What you'll find is you'll find that no matter what programming language that you do, be it a scripting language, be it HTML, be it Java, C#, whatever, they all should have comments. It's seen as good programming practice, and also it lets people know what's happening inside of your script. For the moment, this is quite a simple script, but it's good to get into the way of putting in comments. Okay, so I said earlier we can use the commands that we use at the command prompt. One of the commands that we use is clear. So clear on its own and then hit enter. So whenever this is read by the operating system, it automatically knows you want to clear the screen. And then we'll use the command echo. Echo will write information out to the screen. And I'm just going to put hello world. So anything inside these quotes is written out to the screen. Then what I'm going to do is put another comment, and I'm just going to say EOF. So EOF would just indicate that that's the end of the file. Okay, so we have our first file. What we need to do is we need to save the file. So you can see down the bottom that you have got various types of commands available to you to actually save the file. What you want to do is hold the control key down and press O, and it's asking you the file name to write. So I'm just going to call it first script and sh. So you can see down the bottom the file is called firstscript.sh. We're inside the scripts folder, so it will automatically write it to the scripts folder. Okay, we just hit enter, and you can see up top it says firstscript.sh. So all we're doing is we're clearing the screen and we're writing hello world out to the screen, nothing else. The other comments that are there are just for information purposes, and it's good programming practice always to have them. So we want to exit. You can see down here to exit, we do Control X. So to see the actual file itself, we can use ls, and you see there that I do have a file called firstscript.sh. Okay, if we look at the permissions, ls minus l, at the moment you can see that I have got read and write permissions and I don't have executable. Okay, so the machine does not at the moment think that this is an executable script. So we have to tell it that, we have to change the permissions, and we have to tell it that it's an executable script. So to change the permissions, we use chmod. And for us, we want read, write, and execute, so that's the value of 7. For the group, we'll give read, write, and execute, so that's the value of 7. And for everyone else, we'll give read and execute, so that's 5. And then I have to put the script name, so it's just first script.sh. Okay, then to make sure the permissions are the way we want them, ls space minus l, and it shows me there that I have read, write, and execute on that particular file. Okay, so now what I can do is I can run the script. To run a Linux script, we have to first of all make it executable. Then we use dot slash, then first script.sh. And all it's done is it's cleared the screen and it's written out hello world. So that's you created your first script. All we've done is we've written out information to the screen.